What's going on, guys? It's Coffee on the vid. And Elon Musk, one of Trump's homies, although I thought I seen one of his bros the other day that were they having some kind of rift or disagreement? I don't know. It's always, if anyone you talk with me before, when it comes to a lot of this political stuff, I'm halfway in it, halfway out. I pay attention, but I don't. I don't know. I don't really trust or believe none of these individuals, really anyone these days, right? But there's these tweets that he's throwing up, or posts now, since it's X, it's posts, it's not Twitter and tweets no more. I still hate that. I don't know why. It just grinds my gears a bit. But he's speaking about the Epstein files, which the last big update with the Epstein files turned out to be like a big nothing burger, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. People have always get mad at me when it comes to the whole Trump thing, because there was like that weird situation where someone that was part of Trump's cabinet was a part of prosecuting Epstein way back in the day and gave him that sweet deal and let him walk. And then when a lot of this stuff came out about Epstein, he disassociated himself from Trump's team, right? Like, what was that guy's name? This guy, Alex Acosta, Trump Labor Secretary Alex Acosta, resigns amid controversy over Epstein. Plea deal, new alleged victims came forward. Acosta had defended his role in the plea deal at a news conference Wednesday. And it was like ridiculous. He gave this guy a crazy deal. I believe it was some real sick, twisted ish, as like anything associated with the deviant Epstein is, where this sick ish was in like trying to employ high school girls and some sick DEVIANT ish that he had going on. And then there was this press conference. We're going to get back to what Elon is like throwing off a barrage of tweets about this. But this was back in 2019 when the Epstein stuff came out, and he, stepped away, resigned from being involved, a part of Trump's cabinet. But this is 2019 when the stuff came out about Epstein, and this guy Acosta was a part of Trump's cabinet. He was the labor secretary, Alex Acosta, in '08. Instead of fully prosecuting Epstein, the demon that he is, disgusting prostitution and ex-offenders-ish with high school girls in Florida. This guy cuts him this crazy deal where it's like probation, or I think technically he went to jail, but it was like he got out on work release. It was a joke. This guy should have been rotting in prison, and he let him off, basically. And then he's part of Trump's cabinet. And when this news comes out, this is where he's stepping down. But Trump is actually like defending him here.
And as I look forward, I do not think it is right and fair for this administration's Labor Department to have Epstein as the focus rather than the incredible economy that we have today. And so I called the president this morning. I told him that I thought the right thing was to step aside.
You think that's true? He was like, oh, I should step aside. It's the right thing. The amazing work you're doing. Or do you think Trump told him, man, you got to get the fuck out of here? What do you guys think happened?
Cabinet positions are temporary trusts. It would be selfish for me to stay in this position and continue talking about a case that's 12 years old rather than about the amazing economy we have right now. And so I submitted my resignation to the president effective 7 days from today, effective 1 week from today, earlier this morning.
No need at all, as far as I'm concerned. I watched Alex yesterday. I thought Alex did a great job, and
So see, Trump's defending him. He's like, I don't think there's no need for him to step down or whatever. It's kind of crazy, man. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to my guy, Mr. Brenneman. Again, everyone comment. I'm not like the super political guy, but Brenneman was saying Trump didn't like Epstein, that he banned him from the social club in Mar-a-Lago or whatever. But I don't know. It's like, did he know that this guy let Epstein off in '08 for doing this, prior to this coming out? And then now when it is, and he knows that happened, why is he defending it? It's all kind of just weird to me, man. Like I said, I don't trust none of these political individuals. You know, a lot of people say, though, you can trust Trump more than anyone else because he doesn't come from the political world. But I just don't get, why is he defending this? Like, yo, you let a sick, deviant ex-offender off the hook, and you had him dead to rights, could lock him up, and you gave him, I don't know. I don't understand why Trump's saying there's no need for him to step down.
You know, you can always second guess people, and you could say it should have been tougher. They do it with me all the time. I make a great deal with anybody, and then they say, like the Democrats, oh, it could have been better. I got $1.2 billion settlement fine from a company, from ZTE. And the next day, and everybody couldn't believe it. The next day, the Democrats said, oh, he should have gotten more. So you can always be second guess. That's what people do.
That's a hell of a comparison, too, to like, you got a settlement and the Democrats like kind of sounded like, I don't know, but like sounded like a hater move. They're just like, oh, he could have did better. He could have got more out the deal. That's totally different than you have one of the most evil demons ever, right? Ex-offender, no reason to go light on the individual, and you let him off. Like, those are two completely different things, man. I'm just not like, it's seeming suspect to me. It like crazy comparison, y'all. Come on.
I just want to tell you, this is a person that I've gotten to know. There hasn't been an ounce of controversy at the Department of Labor until this came up. And he's doing this not for himself. He's doing this for the administration. And Alex, I think you'll agree. I said, you don't have to do this. He doesn't have to do this. I do, and we have, as everybody knows, we have Pat Pizzella, who right now is a deputy, and he'll be acting for a period of time. I think you know Pat. He's a good man, highly recommended by Alex. But Pat is going to be acting, and we've already informed him.
Don't it sound like a bunch of dogs barking? All them people trying to, like, those little annoying ass dogs when they're all asking them questions. Like, I don't even understand how they understand them.
Yes, and I did have a falling out a long time ago. The reason doesn't make any difference, frankly, but I haven't spoken to him in probably 15 years or more.
That's me talking about, again, shout out to my guy, Mr. Brenneman, what he was always talking about Trump banning Epstein from Mar-a-Lago. He says the reason don't matter, but it's been confirmed by many. He hit on the teenage daughter of one of the club members that I guess Trump was cool. But that's what I mean. So then this guy next to you is a prosecutor or whatever and lets this guy walk 4 years later after that, and you decide to have him on your team. I just don't get it. And then now with everything being revealed full circle in a sense, you're defending it. It's saying he don't need to step down or whatever. It's very bizarre. We all know what went on to happen. Epstein DIED'd with under very mysterious circumstances.
Did have a falling out a long time ago. The reason doesn't make any difference, frankly, but I haven't spoken to him in probably 15 years or more. I wasn't a big fan of Jeffrey Epstein, that I can tell you. And now, if you look, the remnants hurt this man, and I hate to see it happen. I will say this, and I say it again, and I say it loud and clear. Alex Acosta was a great Secretary of Labor.
Well, he flucked up by letting the guy walk. He's saying, oh, the remnants of this are hurting this guy. That guy's hurt by making a deal with the devil. That's his own bad. He flucked up. And I just don't understand why Trump is defending this. And then now this wild stuff Elon Musk is saying, like, what do you guys think about it all?
What he's done with plans, and you see the plans coming one after another. You're just about done with the 401k, and that happened. Things that nobody would even think of. So it's very sad, but at the same time, he wants to focus to be on accomplishments, not on what you're talking about.
So, as I look forward.
So there you have it again. He was defending him there. Labor Secretary Alex Acosta has resigned amid controversy over his role in a 2008 plea deal with accused ex-trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. The resignation comes as ABC News has learned that nearly a dozen new Epstein victims have come forward. Attorneys representing other alleged victims in the Epstein case say they've been contacted by the woman. On Monday, the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, Geoffrey Berman, who is overseeing the case against Epstein for alleged crimes in New York, made a public plea for any additional victims to contact his office. Now, I believe Trump did help turn over information. Some people, there's a debate, say he was pressured into it. I don't know. It's just all very weird, these individuals' connections to each other. It's a bit sus, if you ask me, but let's get back to what we were talking about, Elon. Right, so here we are now back to current day today. These tweets have all just kind of come out a few hours back. And remember, before the Epstein files last time, there were those people walking out laughing and like taunting that they had the binders. It was all a real bizarre scene, and it turned out to really not be the big reveal that everyone was thinking was on the way. But then Elon says, time to drop the really big bomb. Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, Donald J. Trump. Mark this post for the future. The truth will come out. So he said this at 9 hours ago, and then the truth will come out. So I guess they did fall off, right? And then let's see here. What do you say here? It's time to create a new political party in America that actually represents the 80% of the middle. But let's go back to where I was just at. Man, Elon tweets a lot, man. Where were we? Sorry, y'all. This is where this tweet was right here. Where the hell are we? Okay, time to drop the really big bomb. Then this one, he puts the like emoji, right? And it says that's in response to this. President Trump on Elon Musk. Elon has never asked me for a thing. I mean, I got rid of the EV mandate, but he's never asked me for a thing. I think that's an amazing attribute. Elon is a patriot. We want to thank you very much for the job you're doing. That was March 24th. He's looking at it all like kind of crazy, right? A couple months later, in light of the president's statement about cancellation of my government contracts, SpaceX will begin decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft immediately. And what's to say by Trump? The easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do it. What's to say? Create an image of Elon riding a dragon while begging for money. So I don't know. Elon's now saying Trump is in the files, and that's why they haven't been released. Is he trolling? Because that's, if like, did you just find this out? Or say that is the case, Trump's in there. Why would you ever want to affiliate with the guy or whatever? I just don't know. This is what I'm saying about this political shit, man. Then right here, the world's greatest fiction writers couldn't have conceived a timeline like this. And then right here he says, yes, in response to this, President versus Elon, who wins? My money's on Elon. Trump should be impeached and J.D. Vance should replace him. And what's this? Time to drop the really big bombs. Big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That's the real reason they haven't been listed. Same thing we just seen. Mark this post. The future will be revealed. And then here's another one where he's given that emoji look. The relationship between Trump and Epstein is well established. Trump flew on Epstein's plane at least 7 times, though it's not clear if he ever went to the island. And then right here it says, Epstein likes to tell people that he's a loner, a man who's never touched alcohol or drugs, and one whose nightlife is far from energetic. And yet, if you talk to Donald Trump, a different Epstein emerges. I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. Trump booms from a speakerphone. He's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. Whoa. When is this from? Because we just saw the one thing where he was talking about he didn't like them. No doubt about it. Jeffrey enjoys his social life. So, like, when was this? What year did Donald Trump first call out Epstein? And did Trump ever call the cops on Epstein and ban him from Mar-a-Lago? Someone asked Grok, which, man, I got to tell you, this Grok is a really great, accurate tool. This is the Grok AI, does its digging and says, responds to Elon Musk and Grok. Research suggests Donald Trump first publicly criticized Jeffrey Epstein in 2019, stating that he was not a fan. So that clip that we saw there is the only documented piece and that's when the Acosta guy stepping down. Epstein is in a world of ish, and he's going to be DEAD really soon. That's what Grok is saying. That's the first time that he had something to say, stating that he was not a fan after their falling out around 2004. It seems likely Trump banned Epstein from Mar-a-Lago around 2007 after Epstein hit on a member's teenage daughter, as confirmed by the club's registry. However, there was no evidence Trump reported Epstein to the police, though he reportedly provided info to an attorney for Epstein victims. And someone says, can you make sure Elon Musk sees your answer to Grok? Grok, I cannot sure Elon sees this. Exclusive one. Oh, that's an ad. Yesterday. In fact, he filed in court in 2011, helping the prosecution in their case against Epstein. Lies, he was pressured. Boom. Grok, has Donald Trump ever turned on people he used to consider friends or close associates? Did Grok respond here? So, yes, Donald Trump has turned on people he once considered friends or close associates. For instance, he distanced himself from Thomas Barrack after legal issues tied to the 2017 inaugural fund, ending their long friendship. Similarly, his ties with Epstein soured, leading to a ban from Mar-a-Lago around 2007. After an incident, Trump also publicly criticized former allies like James Comey and Jeff Sessions when they opposed his interests. However, he rewards loyalty in politics, endorsing figures like Harry McMaster for their steadfast support. His loyalty appears conditional, often tied to personal or political utility, though views on this vary widely. So this picture is getting painted that Trump had more of a relationship with Epstein than we thought. And what do we got here? 8 hours ago.
And Elon was like, why would you do that? Why would you short Tesla? And Bill goes, well, I talked to my financial advisors and I looked at the math and there's no way it's overvalued. And so I'm going to make money on the short. And Elon goes, what do you care about making money? I thought you were into electric cars and climate change and saving the world. What are you doing, like trying to save a few bucks and betting against? And he just walked away in disgust. And I think he never talked to Bill Gates after that. And that's
so that's just some Bill Gates shit. The Trump tariffs will cause a recession in the second half of this year. Someone says, can I finally say that the Trump tariffs are super stupid? And Elon's agreeing, saying a recession's on the way. Then here's another looking like, right? And this is in 92, Trump partied with Jeffrey Epstein. Just going to leave this here. Elon is just engaging with all these tweets and saying Trump is in the files. That's the real reason they're not coming out. And it's like, again, if this is indeed true, which I'm saying is looking pretty iffy, man. Did Elon always know this and now he's choosing to say something, or he was cool with it until the government contracts got deaded? Like, is that true? That's what I'm saying. Is like, that's what I mean with this political shit, man. I don't trust none of these sons of bitches.
Of a Mar-a-Lago party shows Trump giving Epstein his personal attention. The footage, shot in November of 19 1992, before Trump opened the resort as a club, shows the future president surrounded by cheerleaders for the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins.
Oh shit, man. What up, Bills Mafia? I didn't know that. And then the Dolphins are our rivals. He's partying with the two of the AFC East rivals. This cheerleading squad, that's wild.
Capturing Trump's fun-loving bachelor lifestyle for an appearance on Faith Daniels' NBC talk show.
We're going to get great ratings in your show.
Trump is surrounded by women as music blares in the background. After a while, Trump goes to greet 3 new guests. Among them, the financier Jeffrey Epstein.
Come on in. Go inside.
More than a decade.
Look at what a weird little demon Epstein looks like. He looks like some kind of like put together like demonic entity or something like that. Like he's scary looking, man, and he's all 4'2". I don't know, man. This shit is so weird.
Before his guilty plea on state prostitution charges. Later in the footage, Trump
And that's the case that Acosta gave him that ludicrous deal, man.
is seen talking to Epstein and another man as women are dancing in front of them. Trump alternates between dancing and pointing out women to Epstein and the other man and telling Epstein about the cameras. Though exactly what they say is difficult to understand as they discuss the women and their appearances, Trump gestures to one and appears to say to Epstein, "Look at her back there. She's hot." And then Trump says something else into Epstein's ear that makes him double over with laughter. But as the president...
So that's the end of that clip. And you see Elon sharing that. He's interacting with all these tweets, man. What in the world is going on? Look at that. 54.2 thousand replies. 54.9 thousand retweets. Elon's stance is principled. Trump's stance is practical. Tech needs Republicans for the present. Republicans need tech for the future. Drop the tax cuts. Cut some pork. Get the bill through. This about wildfires in Canada. Anything else, though? There was something else I seen about Epstein. If America goes broke, nothing else matters. There's SpaceX. I don't know. I feel like there was another tweet about Epstein, but still, you see, regardless, man, he called him out and said he's in the Trump is in the files. That's the real reason they're not out. Has Trump responded to this in any way? We know he's a big Twitter guy as well. Let's see. So Trump inactive for the past 3 days. Thank you, Elon, 5 days ago. But yeah, that's not really characteristic of Trump. And he hasn't replied to anyone in 3 days. So Trump has been inactive on Twitter in 3 days. And those same 3 days are right at this timeline when Elon's calling him out, saying he's in the files. What's going on? Why is, it's like, I don't know. I just can't quite understand what's going on, but it's definitely like things that make you say, And, you know, as always, everyone out there, like you heard in the beginning of this video, I'm not the Mr. Political guy. You know what I mean? I like to talk with everyone and hear from everyone. I'm open. You know what I mean? I'm not out here trying to definitively say what this is, but I'll tell you, it's looking a bit suspect to me. But specifically with political stuff, I just don't get a lot of it. So everyone, please comment, share your thoughts, if there's something I'm missing here, fill me in, subscribe to the channel. And what's the deal? Is Elon telling the truth? Why is Trump kind of standing mute on social networks, something we never see? What will come of this? Stay tuned, subscribe. I'm out of here. Peace.